Getting inside one of the top-notch IIMs of the country is not a sheer luck, but hard work. And lot of hard work, followed by getting the dream come true. Yes, today we have one student, Piyush Paroli, who got inside IIM Bangalore yesterday. And today we are going to have a candid conversation with him. What all did he do to get inside IIM Bangalore, and who all were involved in his journey so that he finally gets his feet. Very warm welcome, Piyush, and congratulations first of all. How is the feeling like? कल रात से क्या चल रहा है माइंड में? फैमिली का रिएक्शन क्या है? सब कुछ बताना.
Thank you so much, sir, first of all, to you also. Sir, for me, it is like still unbelievable
Mhm.
because I am not able to digest anything right now as I am having my economics paper, so I am doing just that only
All right.
currently. Yeah.
Okay.
So I will just get sort the things out after economics paper, but still it is unbelievable for me.
Hard to sink in right now for Piyush guys, and certainly this is a big feat, as I already mentioned. Would like to ask certain questions from you, Piyush. So, when did you decide that you want to target Bangalore's UG program during this entire preparation course? How are you associated with SuperGrads? Introduce yourself a bit, and then, yeah, how did you start the journey? What went on? Something on those lines.
Okay, sir. So I am Piyush Paroli. First of all, I am based and brought up in Delhi.
Okay.
Then I was just searching for supergrads in class 11th. No,
Okay.
I was not exactly searching for supergrads. I was just seeing the all coaching centers and then finalized supergrads because I felt that it was one of the best. And so then I joined the batch and then everything got aligned. Then in class 12th, this came, I am Bangalore's in notification. I was not in the position that, okay, I will be able to crack it, but I thought let's just give it so that we can get a gist of it, how the exams are being taken. So, and then I am here today in front of me.
Okay, that's great. And in fact, it's an early achievement because perhaps, Piyush may have started the preparation for the IPM, and then late announcement was made by him Bangalore that they're coming up with the UG program. And certainly he's in front of you all. He's a dear child of CP Center. Now, I would like to understand a few more things because there is one more subject involved over here, logical reasoning, apart from quant and DI and English. So, how did you structure your preparation across all the three sections of IIM Bangalore's UG admission test?
So, sir, exactly in the paper itself, I just saw because my papers were, it was in between of my papers. So
Mhm,
I just revised all my notes beforehand, and
mhm.
then I saw the sample paper that they have given. So I got a gist that whatever the things will be happening, and so then I got to know the DI set will be slightly easier.
Okay,
So I just jumped to the DI set and then opened the calculator on screen and then started to calculate things out. So my paper started well. And then
okay,
I structured with easy. First, I had done the easy questions from the start and then medium questions. As for the hard, I didn't get much time, but it was.
okay. So I think he got that advantage of that DI thing, guys. Please note if you're listening to this particular interview, this can really be a game changer for you also. Okay. So next question to you, and it's great that he's sharing it with everyone on screen, where many people are watching right now, because that's going to help the next set of students now. Next question to you. What was the strategy in hand? I mean, at that point of time, how did you prepare for it, particularly last 3 odd months?
So in last 3 months, I was just complete because our course in the completion phase. Our course is in the completion phase. So I am just doing the concepts, then RSMs, then some assignments if I am weak in any specific topic, and then I was doing side by side boards.
What was the weakest area and how did you overcome it? Because there are three subjects. Certainly, there may be some subjects or topics that you're weak at. So, how did you overcome that?
So certainly, I think my English is slightly bad because I'm not in the environment from the very start in to be in conversation in English. So I just started with newspapers. I started with our mentors told me that you should start with word power made easy. You should read A on essays. So I started with that, and then eventually I got into a phase to be able to speak English well.
Okay, interestingly, Piyush, we met last year somewhere. You were telling me before this interview what happened
Yeah.
exactly. Where did we meet and
So
what was happening? Yeah.
So the AIR 3, so Bhaiya, it's Raghav Jindal. So he came to the center. You called us to get a mentorship done. So
Okay.
on there was a thumbnail of your video only. I am sitting at the back here.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
not knowing that you are also there in that particular thumbnail. Oh,
yeah.
so see, guys, from that thumbnail right now in front of your video, this journey has been particularly perfect for everyone. So this happens, guys, पहले हम उस साइड ऑफ टेबल पे बैठे हुए थे, आज हम इस साइड ऑफ टेबल पे बैठे हुए हैं. May all of you who are watching this particular video go through the same journey he's showing you that particular thumbnail, जहाँ पे पीछे बच्चों के साथ एक कहीं पर पीयूष भी है. एंड नाउ शायद राघव आए थे दिल्ली में लास्ट ईयर. आई रिमेम्बर वी हैड एन इंटरेक्शन जहां पर काफी सारे स्टूडेंट्स राघव से क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे. वन अमंग दोज वाज पीयूष एज वेल, राइट? नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू, Piyush. Many students struggle with time management in 120 minutes. Did you face this challenge over there as well?
So, sir, for time management, specifically for me, in the start, I was facing it, but then eventually, as you do the mocks with it, so you get a hands-on experience on it. So, you should dissect the paper in easy, then medium, then hard, and in the actual paper, you will not face it because you have already faced so much mocks before it.
Next question, now because you're associated with Supergrad since long time, you joined in 11th standard itself. नाउ वो तो आपकी रग रग से वाकिफ होंगे, पूरे फैकल्टीज, राइट? कि तुम्हारी
Yes.
वीकनेसेस क्या है, तुम्हारी स्ट्रेंथ्स क्या है, इनफैक्ट द मेंटरशिप टीम एंटायरली. And you were also sharing with me that before that they had been to your home as well. So I would like to ask you, how did the mentorship classes, mocks, mock analysis, कैसा रिदम था, कैसा इकोसिस्टम था जिसने तुम्हें आज आई एम बैंगलोर के अंदर पहुंचाया? बिल्कुल दिल से सारे फैकल्टीज का नाम भी ले लेना.
Okay, sir. So first of all, whatever you have in mind, for example, I think I need mocks, it is there on portal. I think we need anything else, it is already available on portal. So
Okay.
it's like all the pieces are aligned very well. You need not to get anything done ahead of that. And then specifically mentorship, as I was enrolled in the offline classes, Abhishek sir, Quants, and then Sudhanshu sir was teaching me the interview part, and Saurabh sir, all were there. And everyone is doing the best job in their domain, and then after your the students hard work also comes, but before you should get the right guidance so that you should be on the right path. If
Right.
you're not walking on the right path, then it would not be any beneficial.
Right, Piyush, and I think this journey is really commendable because, as you were clearly telling me that you were asking questions from Raghav last year, and today, certainly, people are watching you, and that means you have had taken the right steps in that particular journey. Okay, next question to you is, every topper has a phase where things do not go as planned. Perhaps you may have also gone through the same phase. What was that phase, and how did you come out of it?
So certainly it would be a sandwich between boards and IPMAT.
Okay, that was
The
my
biggest
phase. Okay.
the biggest difficulty is that only because you have pre-boards, and specifically this IIM Bangalore paper was in between my pre-boards only,
Okay.
pre-board one. My
Mhm.
accounts paper was before that, and then my BS paper was there. So it was sitting in between, and fortunately I got one day that was empty by the school, and on that day there was IIM Bangalore's paper.
Oh,
So
so you
the
were lucky
most
enough.
yeah. So the most difficult part is to manage boards with IPMAT, and
And how did you do it? I mean, because that's a more important part. But particularly for the student audiences, it's luck, or actually you planned something, or hota gaya because you were trying hard. What exactly happened?
so, sir, I have two phases. One is IPMAT phase. I generally divide it that way. I have IPMAT phase, then I have school phase, the boards phase. In the IPMAT phase, for example, my papers are over, then I have 30 days free. I will just study IPMATs, and
Mhm.
then my papers are coming. Then I will just study CBSE, and then you eventually write down all the your to-do list, and then by dissect in day by day list, and then it gets sorted because you are consistent in your journey.
It's an intelligent switch that he has taken, and certainly he's clearly mentioning it that, whenever the things were getting tougher from the board side, he was paying heed over there, and whenever they were getting easy, he was paying heed to IP mat, and certainly that worked really well for him. Yes, it would have been a cumbersome journey. I clearly understand that, but coming out of it with flying colors is what everyone wants. Okay, but journey doesn't stop after the entrance test. It starts in fact, and you clearly mentioned that VA was a tough part for you, so perhaps interviews भी रहे होंगे. So, How did you start your preparation for the interview wala segment, and who all helped you in that segment? How was your journey with SuperGrads in the interview preparation? And finally, how was the interview taken by IIM Bangalore?
Okay, sir. So first of all, I was terrified when I got the notification
Okay.
that your interview is being conducted so and so you need to submit your SOP. But then I connected with my mentors in your online team also, and then my offline center also. So the interviews were going on one by one. First interview was obviously very bad, and then
Okay.
eventually I got on the hands on it, and then I was able to manage it well.
Okay. Right. And how was the final interview by IIM Indore?
So the final interview, I personally felt I was just noting down a correct structure. I am Bangalore interview. I felt that it was not a general BBA like they don't want a general BBA thing. They want a BSc student, and for that they were following a structure. They were giving the introduction, and then they were giving a critical based on economics, then a critical question on data
Data
structure, and
science.
then a closure. Data
Okay.
science and then a closure. So this way also my interview happened. I was just reading the transcripts of the students and then talking to the students there also who got the interview done, and the structure was exactly same. So I was prepared for that same structure. That first my introduction will be taken, then I will be given a critical question on economics, then a critical question on data structure, and then ending.
I strongly feel that Piyush is very intelligent research boy. You just see the point he was making related to DI. Okay, his observation is quite good, guys. If you can really take advantage of this observation which he is having, certainly it's going to really help you. And be it in interviews or while writing the examination also, he clearly mentioned the point that he got to know some from somewhere that DI was is going to be easy, and वहाँ पे calculator भी है, ये भी पता था उसको. So he utilized that. Then finally, जब इंटरव्यूज हो रहे हैं तब भी आस पड़ोस वाले लोगों से पूछ लिया कि किस तरीके का चीजें हो रही है, इंटरव्यू की ट्रांसक्रिप्ट देख ली ग्रुप्स पे, एवरीवेयर, एंड उसको कहीं ना कहीं यूटिलाइज किया. सो दिस इज एक जुगाड़ वर्ड होता है कहीं ना कहीं इंडियन मेंटालिटी में, that really can help sometime to student audiences, and certainly who are listening to Piyush will get benefited out of him because of this conversation. Now, next is now IPMAT exams are lined up, right? And a lot of students who are listening to you would like to get ahead of the competition on IPMAT examination. So, three pieces of advice that you think will really help them are.
Sir, first, I think you need to be consistent with your preparation
Okay.
because the consistency is always the key for me. And then second advice would be listen to your mentors. Whatever they are saying, it is highly experienced. So you need to take their advice first before taking any step. And then lastly, I feel you need to analyze mocks well. This is the very important part because if you're just giving the mocks and then giving it aside, then it will not help. But the analysis part is the most important for me.
All right. And next is going to be a rapid fire round where you are supposed to speak without thinking. Okay. So, my first question over here there is one word for your preparation journey, according to you.
It was a roller coaster ride.
Roller coaster, right? Okay. One topic every aspirant must master, according to you.
I think arithmetic,
Arithmetic. Okay. One mistake students should avoid during preparation.
procrastination.
Procrastination. One mentor who pushed you the most. This is going to create a bias. तो सोच के नाम ले लो.
I would not take anyone's name
ऐसा
because
क्यों हो रहा है?
everyone,
स्टूडेंट्स मुझे यही कह रहे हैं जब भी मुझे. चलो एक काम करो.
sir,
सबसे पहले उस मेंटर का लो जिससे सबसे ज्यादा सपोर्ट किया, देन बाकी का ले
sir, how can I just rank them? Because everyone is doing the best in their
लो.
domains. If
ऑलराइट.
I will take one name, this will be unfair for others.
अनप्रिपेयर्ड. ठीक है, सबका नाम ले लो, चलो.
So the Abhishek sir for quants, then interview Saurabh sir in center, Saurabh sir on online, and then Sudhanshu sir on offline, and then Aniket sir for English, everyone best.
Everyone. All right, all of them
And then
great.
last,
Yeah.
Rahul Vaswani sir for their lectures on top rankers for interview. They were very helpful.
Were they helpful? Okay, thank you for
Yes,
this
yes.
feedback. Okay. One word for entire Supergrads team.
Mm. For entire SuperGrads team, it would be transformative. For me also, yeah, for me, it was transformative because I was not like this when I joined.
Okay, you have changed a lot.
Yes.
Certainly, I think Piyush, it's a great interview. In fact, I'm liking it, and The last question from my side is I've seen that you have been on the other side of the table. You told me your challenges. You told me that you were not good at VA initially. Then you also mentioned that there was a lot of mentor support that you that there were a lot of mentors who were involved to bring you from one place to another now. And finally, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, अब तुम्हारा एक दायित्व बनता है कि the people who are going to join IIM Bangalore next year, you should help them as a mentor now. One piece of advice, this should be really very very good one, जो उनकी जिंदगी बदल सकती है, that can certainly change their life and they can, and so that they can get inside IIM Bangalore next year.
So one piece of advice would be perseverance.
Okay.
Because it can change everything. If you are consistent and perseverance in everything, then it and one more thing, intent.
Mhm.
I think that intent is very important because if I not have a good intent that I want to go IIM Bangalore, the universe will not give you much. Because I had an intent, I need to crack this exam, then universe itself aligned everything right. I gave me right mentors, gave me parents who supported me, so everything is on that one. So intent and perseverance.
I think every word spoken by Piyush came from his heart. On that note, I'm going to say bye bye to him. Thank you, Piyush, for joining us. And thank you, everyone, for listening us till the end. Subscribe to SuperGrads YouTube channel.